So when I see the youth fighting against the youth for the politicians, then I really feel sick.
Sell out! Where are you going? Where are you going? Pussy! Pussy! You're selling out to me! Sell out thing, bro! You sold out a goal, bro! We got questions! Don't get out of your head, bro. Don't say that out loud. Hey, yo, don't be mean. No, we got questions. We got questions. Running, butcher thing. That's what you got to answer questions. Beep. The wrong time. Chagmita, wearing a mask, bro. You gotta respect me. Hey, Chagmita, don't sell out, bro. Don't sell out. Where are you going? Where are you going? Pussy! Pussy! You're selling out to me! Sell out thing, bro! You sold out a goal, bro! You sold out a goal!
I have zero tolerance for racism and most of the other rasts. Now that the populace is almost over one side of the pendulum of hate, we have wokesters opening up the hate on the other side of the spectrum. I do not know the full story, but Nashville is the kind of equality no country needs, or perhaps the early deaths of makes triple that of the ladies. Then there is suicide. Men dominate that category, and perhaps some nice things can fix this real issue. But no. We have a shining example of equalizing the negative of the sexes instead of using our God-given powers to make this a better place than when we found it. She berates the fans in the House of Commons for what they have no choice over. I implore all y'all to read Mere Christianity no matter what your religion. This book has a great example of the extremes. C.S. Lewis warns that those who fight for the right side who do not see the other side as human will do things beyond their morals because the other side is bad. Does this resemble the wokester you are about to see? Now I expect a finger pointer to point and say DJ is a miss, or some other concocted psychological nightmare, but those who have spent 20 minutes with me know I am more comfortable with a good cup of joe and a ladies' convo as the sun rises. The proof is in my history, and now I can make no claim to be perfect. I try and fail that for now. Though I think it abhorrent to call out a race or gender in the House of Commons just for being them, this is a woman who would cross the line to fight for her side, and well, we don't need to. Here's the video. Oh, P.S. I also wonder where the conservatives are when they allow this hate to be spewed without a poo or two. Point of order. Hate is hate and racism is racism. They apply to y'all or none at all. Disclaimer. I think Bonita is Pob. A really nice person who let her worst thoughts spew forth from her mind, as we all do from time to time. Still, I want to see a poo.
As a woman standing in this house that knows it took over 100 years to get any sort of close to representation of women's voices in this house, I'm having a really difficult time with this debate tonight, and certainly those last comments. Users don't choose when there's algorithm involved. Madam Speaker, I'm a programmer analyst. And I can tell you that there have been marginalized voices for 100 years, over 100 years in this country. And if we don't do something to level the playing field, we're not going to see what people want to see. We are going to see what people have been told is the most important. And because women's voices have been missing, because Indigenous voices have been missing, because Indigenous languages have been missing, because we haven't given space for those voices, because too many white men have been taking advantage of the news, have been taking advantage of journalism, have been taking advantage of the arts. There are not even enough women in the arts. So I guess my question is serious.
And maybe if the honourable member had been quiet, I could have heard the question properly. The honourable member for Chatham-Kent Leamington.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Our autonomic nervous system. It consists of two counterparts, the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. When breathing in, the sympathetic nervous system comes to life. It's an activator, responsible for our fight or flight response, for example. Our heart rate, blood pressure, and blood sugar all increase. Breathing out activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It has a calming effect. When we're stressed, our breathing is automatically faster and more shallow. Whereas our heart rate remains almost constant while inhaling and exhaling, we can outsmart our nervous system by breathing out longer. Then, the calming parasympathetic nervous system gains the upper hand. Exhaling longer allows the heart to beat more slowly. When the heart beats more quickly, then more slowly, that means it's able to better adjust itself. This is called a high heart rate variability. And it means better health and stress resistance.